Hello everyone. Welcome to Slow English with Confidence. I am very happy to have you here today. Today, we are going to learn English through a simple and interesting story. This lesson is perfect for beginners. The English will be slow, clear, and easy to understand. So, find a comfortable place. Relax your body. Take a deep breath. And simply listen to the story. You do not need to understand every single word. Just listen carefully and enjoy the story. Today's story is called The Small Step. It is a simple story about a young man who wants to change his life. He has a dream, but he does not know where to start. This story teaches us an important lesson. Sometimes, we do not need to take a big step. We only need to take a small step. So, let's begin. The Small Step. There was a young man named Daniel. Daniel lived in a small town. He had a simple life. Every morning, he woke up early. He went to work. He came home in the evening. He ate dinner. Then he watched videos on his phone. After that, he went to sleep. The next day was almost the same. Daniel was not unhappy, but he was not really satisfied with his life either. He wanted something more. He wanted to learn English. He wanted to speak English with confidence. He wanted to travel one day. He wanted to meet new people. He wanted to get a better job. He had many dreams. But there was one problem. He always said, "I will start tomorrow." Tomorrow became next week. Next week became next month. And next month became next year. Daniel knew what he wanted. But he did not take action. One evening, Daniel came home from work. He sat on his bed and looked at his phone. He watched a video of a man speaking English. The man spoke clearly and confidently. Daniel watched the video and thought, "I want to speak English like that." Then he opened a notebook. He wrote one sentence. "I will start today." He looked at the sentence for a few seconds. Then he smiled. He decided to make a small change. He did not promise to study English for 5 hours. He did not buy 10 English books. He did not make a difficult plan. He simply decided to listen to English for 15 minutes every day. That was his first small step. The next morning, Daniel woke up early. He made a cup of tea. He sat near the window. Then he listened to a simple English story. At first, he understood only some of the words. He felt a little confused. But he did not stop. He continued listening. The next day, he listened again. The day after that, he listened again. After 1 week, he noticed something. Some English words were becoming familiar. He could understand more than before. Daniel felt happy. He realized something important. He did not need to learn everything in one day. He only needed to continue. A new habit. After 1 month, listening to English became part of Daniel's daily routine. He listened in the morning. Sometimes he listened while walking. Sometimes he listened while having dinner. Sometimes he listened before going to bed. He did not always have a lot of time. But he always found a few minutes. And those few minutes were important. Daniel also started thinking in simple English. When he woke up, he thought, "Good morning." When he looked outside, he thought, "The weather is nice." When he made tea, he thought, "The tea is hot." When he went to work, he thought, "I am ready for the day." These thoughts were very simple. But they helped him. His English was slowly becoming part of his everyday life. One day, Daniel was walking home from work. He saw a small bookshop. He had walked past that shop many times. But that day, he decided to go inside. He looked at the books. Most of them were difficult English books. Then he found a small book with simple stories. He picked it up. The title was Easy Stories for Beginners. Daniel smiled. He bought the book. That evening, he read the first story. He did not understand every word. But he understood the main idea. That was enough. He continued reading. A few pages every day. Slowly, his vocabulary became better. His listening became better. And most importantly, his confidence became stronger. The difficult day. But learning was not always easy. One Monday morning, Daniel had a very difficult day at work. He made several mistakes. His manager was unhappy. Daniel felt tired and disappointed. When he came home, he did not want to study English. He wanted to forget everything. He sat quietly in his room. He looked at his notebook. He saw the sentence he had written months before. I will start today. He smiled. He remembered why he started. He did not feel motivated. But he decided to listen for only 5 minutes. He opened his English lesson. He listened. 5 minutes passed. Then 10 minutes passed. Soon, he felt better. He realized that he did not need to feel motivated before starting. Sometimes, motivation comes after you start. This was another important lesson for Daniel. You do not have to feel perfect to take action. You can be tired. You can be nervous. You can have a bad day. And you can still take one small step. 1 year later. 1 year passed. Daniel's life was not completely different. He still had difficult days. He still made mistakes. He still had problems. But something inside him had changed. He was more confident. He understood much more English. He could read simple books. He could understand English videos. And he could speak more comfortably. One day, Daniel received an email from a company. The company was looking for someone who could communicate with international customers. Daniel was interested. Before, he would have been afraid to apply. But this time, he thought, why not try? He sent his application. A few days later, he received an invitation for an interview. Daniel was nervous. But he prepared carefully. He listened to English. He read English. He practiced speaking. On the day of the interview, he took a deep breath. He walked into the room. He made some mistakes. His English was not perfect. But he stayed calm. He answered the questions. He smiled. And he believed in himself. A few days later, Daniel received good news. He got the job. He was extremely happy. But he knew something. The new job did not happen because of one day. It happened because of hundreds of small days. 15 minutes here. 10 minutes there. 1 page. 1 story. 1 new word. 1 small thought in English. All of these small things became a big change. The lesson. Daniel's story teaches us something very simple. You do not need to change your whole life today. You only need to start. If you want to learn English, start with a few minutes. If you want to read, read 1 page. If you want to exercise, start with a short walk. If you want to learn something new, spend a few minutes learning every day. Do not wait for the perfect time. The perfect time may never come. Start with what you have. Start where you are. And start small. Sometimes we make our dreams look too big. We think about the final result. We think about becoming fluent. We think about getting a better job. We think about traveling. We think about success. And then we feel overwhelmed. Instead, focus on today. Ask yourself, what small thing can I do today? Maybe you can listen to English for 15 minutes. Maybe you can learn 5 new words. Maybe you can read a short story. Maybe you can watch an English lesson. That is enough. Tomorrow, you can do it again. Your English journey. If you are learning English right now, remember Daniel. You may feel that your English is too slow. You may forget words. You may make grammar mistakes. You may feel nervous when you speak. That is okay. Do not give up. Every English learner starts somewhere. You do not need perfect English. You need patience. You need consistency. And you need confidence. Listen to English every day. Read simple English. Watch easy English videos. Think about simple things in English. And most importantly, enjoy the process. Learning a language should not always feel like hard work. It can also be fun. You can learn through stories. You can learn through videos. You can learn through music. You can learn through everyday life. The more you enjoy English, the easier it becomes to continue. A final thought. Before we finish today's story, I want you to remember one sentence. Small steps can create big changes. Maybe your English is not where you want it to be today. That is okay. Maybe you cannot speak confidently yet. That is okay. Maybe you understand only simple English. That is okay too. You are learning. And learning takes time. Do not look at how far you still have to go. Look at how far you have already come. Maybe you know more English today than you knew 6 months ago. Maybe you understand videos that you could not understand before. Maybe you can read sentences that once looked difficult. These are signs of progress. Be proud of them. Your journey is your own. Do not compare yourself with other people. Someone may learn faster. Someone may learn slower. It does not matter. Keep moving at your own speed. Slow progress is still progress. Ending. Thank you so much for listening to today's story. I hope you enjoyed it. I also hope this story helped you understand an important lesson about learning English and about life. Remember, start small. Stay consistent. Be patient. Believe in yourself. And never be afraid to make mistakes. Every mistake can teach you something. Every day is another opportunity to improve. If you are learning English with us, keep listening to Slow English with confidence. Come back every day. Listen to simple stories. Learn new words naturally. And slowly, your English will become stronger. You do not need to become fluent today. You only need to take one small step today. Then another tomorrow. And another the next day. One day, you will look back and realize how much you have improved. So keep going. Keep learning. Keep listening. And keep believing in yourself. Thank you for spending your time with me. This is Slow English with Confidence. I hope you have a peaceful day. Take care of yourself. And remember, your next small step could change your future. See you in the next lesson. Goodbye.